drink, and the rest of you can all light them up if you got them. But don't go anywhere because we've got some more door prizes, the likes of you've never seen.
We're gonna introduce that to you.
And gal, I'll grab my cat and nine tails for a bit of strength here. Okay, act number 1. How do you know if you are a trash maven? The warning signs. Girls and guys, you find yourself doing the majority of your laundry with Armor All. You are a beer-drinking man-eater. You are nothing but a prevert. Now, this little poem resurrected after an experience of being a dominatrix's assistant. I was Wendy O. Williams for Halloween a couple of years back, and I was performing at Punkyoke, and I found myself dominating some fellow who was imitating Joey Ramone to "Oh, Bondage Up Yours" and old X-Ray Specs ditty. Anyhow, after that little performance, I was approached by a dominatrix who said, "How would you like to make $400 for what you just did on stage for free?" And I'm like, "Hey, look, where can I sign up? Like, I'm a musician that willingly chooses to avoid the 9-to-5 blueprint job routine." So I found myself in this high-rise in English Bay with this 77-year-old man, and it was really weird. His name was Houdini. He got his name for being capable of escaping any binding that you placed him in, and he was a naughty little fella. I couldn't believe he was paying like $1,000 for us. I mean, getting paid to be a bitch. What a better job. At the time, my boyfriend broke up with me. I had total issues, so, you know, it just seemed to work out well. So I wrote this little poem about Houdini. Well, here he comes, crawling down the street. Whips and chains, likes to be beat. Cooked to the bed, drinking pee. He likes to watch, slapping his monkey. He's a pre-bird. Well, he's a pre-bird. He was 6'6". He said, "Come on, honey, give me some skin. Won't you whip it on up? Won't you whip it on in? Looks like you need a good spanking. Find a hole, fuck it." Well, he was a pre-bird, just a pre-bird. His mind was in the gutter. He was dirty, motherfucker. He was your neighbor, could have been your friend, but he liked to wear Depends. He was a pre-bird. Huffed underwear to get his kicks. He was a boot-licking lunatic. He barked like a dog. He squealed like a pig. He knew that you wanted it, because he was a pre-bird. He spent all his money on whiskey and honeys. He was in Gynecology Row saying, "Go, baby, go, baby, go!" He was a pre-bird. Yeah. I've been doing this little fanzine entitled Trash Maven for a while. So you can pick it up at the front door. It's free. Yeah. Saucy little cover. Anyhow, this next little poem, which is also a song on our debut CD, Hotbox, it's called Beer Drinking Man-Eaters. Coming to your town on menstrual cycles, it's time for another alcoholiday. Well, these girls are frisky, half in the bag and bitchy. They're looking for a shovel to dig your grave. Well, they're the beer-drinking man-eaters. Beer-drinking man-eaters looking for a party to crash. Beer-drinking man-eaters, they're the beer-drinking man-eaters, and they're going all the way, babies, for liquor, love, and laughs. We got some bad habits. We found those beers and we slammed it. Those cold 45s really made our day. Well, these girls are thinking, I'd rather be drinking because my boyfriend is a liar and my boss is a creep. Baby, well, I need a beer to make all my troubles disappear. And I've fallen from grace, and now I just wanna get shit-faced. All right, beer-drinking man-eaters. Yeah, Vancouver, heroin capital of the world, where you can order dope quicker than a Domino's pizza. On that note, I'm gonna have a swig of beer. What else can I say? The fans really make the difference. And I met some pretty fucking rad people over the years. Don't mean to date myself, but nobody else seems to be very interested. Okay, this one fella in particular, his name is Fishin' Jim. He's the only cat that I know that manages to go anywhere and meet rock stars. He was in New York City for 5 minutes and obtained Joey Ramone's phone number. Take it down while it's here, ladies and gentlemen. He loves to talk, and it doesn't cost $2.99 a minute. Gabba gabba hey all you want. When you first meet Fishin' Jim, he's got a question for you, and that question will be, what are your 3 favorite bands in the whole wide world? His happened to be the Sex Pistols, the Who, and Slow, so you have a little head start on the cat, and I know he's in the room because he's at all of our shows. Yeah, here's some of the other famous people that he's met. Neil Young, crawling on his hands and knees in a cafe in LA. Frank Zappa in a courtroom in Los Angeles. May he rot in peace as well. There's just so many dead people floating around. Steve Jones, of course, he met the Sex Pistols reunion in Vancouver, and he asked Steve Jones if he could rub his fuzzy little head. And Steve Jones said, "You're not a fag, are you?" Well, Fishin' Jim ain't no fag, but, you know, we still have a good time together. I can forgive him for not being a deviant. It happens occasionally. Anyhow, Fishin' Jim travels around with 24 high tests in the trunk. We managed to train him not to drink and drive anymore because those DWIs were getting dangerous. And God forbid he could have hurt someone, including himself. So don't drink and drive. That's my little preaching for this evening. John Waters, legendary B-movie director. Met him in Baltimore and gave him a pair of Edith Massey's panties. You'll remember Edith Massey from Pink Flamingos. She was the egg lady. And if you hadn't experienced Edith Massey and Pink Flamingos, I highly recommend that you rent it. Alright. Beer drinking man-eaters wear poison. Christian Dior. But the simulated version will do if your budget doesn't allow you to buy the Christian Dior variety. Okay. What am I gonna do now? Ex-boyfriends, trash mavens go out with alcoholics, junkies, and rock stars, all of the above. Cross-dressers are in that category too. Okay, sleazy managers. I'm gonna cut right to the chase. Anyone who's been in the business has probably experienced one of these cats in their lifetime. My dude, well, I guess going through a bit of a midlife crisis, perhaps he was more interested in what was under thy kilt instead of the music that I was creating. But I'll forgive him for that. The only thing that really got my goat was being invoiced for all of the lunches that we had together that were alleged dates. You know, it's pretty weird when you end up being a tax write-off. Friends. All right. I think it's about time for some rock and roll, because I think my poetry is much best experienced with a bit of oral assault. So I'd like to invite JT Massacre, JP5's drummer, to the stage, and we're gonna do some rock and ditties for you. Air dope. really beautiful. Well, let me tell you about a canal. A river cloud, let me roll. Hit me up when it fill my cup. Fishing till you are a dumpster diva. Thank you. Searching through the as-is departments of North America for that ultimate treasure in the heat, those hooks a joke. Well, I met my baby in the as-is department, and he was trying to buy me something that was broken. And then together, he said, "Oh, I hidden treasure." He put down in the as-is department. You take your chances. Wow, yeah, and you know how long that devine's gonna last. Well, you search the trash and never know. You're gonna find you. Never know. Alright, this next one is entitled LSD, Lead Singer Disorder. For all of you cats that suffer from a slightly inflamed ego.